What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Absolutely a Gamble. This is week 8 of the NFL Best Bets. Man, it's like you blink and all of a sudden the season is almost halfway there. This has been a great first 7 weeks so far. I feel like I'm starting to catch form. This past weekend, I went 4 out of 5. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I thought they were going to deliver me on Monday night. They had plenty of opportunities to cover the spread that I chose, but unfortunately they did not. The Detroit Lions are a team that is for real. I just thought that the Bucs would be able to give them a little bit better of a fight that way, but oh well, it is what it is. For this week, I am going to pivot my strategy for the giveaway. Like I said last weekend, I'm going to take the best 3 out of the 5 bets that I post, my favorite 3. I'm going to put them on a parlay. I'm going to put a decent amount on it. And then I'm going to pick a winner from that parlay hitting. And I'm going to pick a random subscriber, and I'm going to send them $20. So, week 8 is here. Let's get it going. Let's keep the nice form rolling, and let's keep getting green. Let's get it. First off, we have the Buffalo Bills playing the Carolina Panthers. The game is going to be in Carolina. The Buffalo Bills are coming fresh off of their bye, and I believe that this Buffalo team is going to be frustrated. They're going to be relaxed. They're going to come out and they're going to want to play their best ball. I think that the Panthers have enough firepower to be able to score on this Bills team, because teams like the Patriots and the Saints that have faced the Bills actually scored on them. They put up, a decent amount of points, and they gave them some scares. And because of that, the Bills haven't covered their spread in like 2 weeks or so. But because of this matchup and the fact that Andy Dalton is starting instead of Bryce Young, I am going to take the over 45.5 total points in this game. I think it's going to be some fireworks. I think the Bills are going to come out guns blazing, but I also think that the Panthers are also going to come out guns blazing. They're going to fight them tooth and nail. I think that the Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, I think both of those guys together are going to make a really good tandem. The Bills can't stop the run. They can't stop running backs. Andy's going to dump it off as much as he possibly can. I think those wide receivers are going to get some, good one-on-ones. Like Tet's going to get some good matchups and things like that. So because of that, I'm taking the over 45.5. Realistically, all it's going to take is like maybe the Bills score in the 30s or close to 30. And then the Panthers playing catch up or trying to keep pace with the Bills, they end up scoring like, 20 to 23 or 24 points. So I think that over 45.5 total points for the game is a really solid bet. Next up, we've got the Green Bay Packers going to visit the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. I think the spread for this game is like Green Bay minus 2.5. This bet is actually pretty easy. It's pretty simple for me. It's the primetime game for Sunday night. And it's a Green Bay Packers money line. I think that the Packers are too talented. I think that the Packers are too good of a team. I do think that this game will be a very, very, very close game, as evidenced by the short spread. But my favorite bet out of that game, outside of Josh Jacobs rushing touchdown, is probably going to be Green Bay money line. So Green Bay money line is one of my best bets. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing the New Orleans Saints. I think that the New Orleans Saints are going to end up having a top 3 pick this year. I think that they're one of the worst rosters in the league. Not talent-wise, but I mean as far as them being a complete unit, as far as them, functioning better as an entire team. I don't think that they're that good this year, and I don't think they're going to be that good this year. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers they look like a playoff team. I think they have a really good chance of winning their division. And because of that, I am going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers money line on the road. The spread is minus 3.5. I would take it as high as minus 2.5 for Tampa Bay, because the Saints offense actually has been, putting up points. They've actually been able to move the ball. So I don't know if I would trust that 3.5, especially that 0.5. So I am going to take Tampa Bay Buccaneers money line. Next up, we have the Monday night primetime game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels is not playing this week. Marcus Mariota is likely the quarterback that's going to be behind the helm. I don't really like their chances against this, very good, very stout Chiefs defense. I do think that the Chiefs have the favorable matchup because their offense does not match up well with the Washington Commanders defense. The Washington Commanders cannot stop the pass. Mahomes is elite at throwing the ball. Andy is elite at drawing up plays. They have a healthy wide receiver core now, the Kansas City Chiefs do. And I don't think that the Commanders have 3 or 4 DBs that can match up with all of the wide receivers and all of the talent that the Chiefs have. So because of that, I am taking the alternate spread, Kansas City minus 9.5. So that means they have to win by at least 10 points or more, and the bet will cash. The spread right now is at minus 11.5, which technically is not a bad bet. I do think that there's a chance that the Chiefs hang, 29 to 35 points on this Washington Commanders team. And because I don't think that Washington will be able to keep up with them, I do think that the Chiefs run away with this game. Would it shock me if Washington kept this game close and it just went over instead? Would not shock me, not one single bit. But I do like the Chiefs' chances of covering this spread because I do think this offense is just going to be a bit too much to handle. So because of that, I am taking Chiefs minus 9.5 alternate spread. Last but not least, we have the guys, the Indianapolis Colts. We have a division game against the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are also another team that I think is going to have a top 3 or top 5 pick. Their O-line is in shambles. Their D-line is right now in shambles. Jeffrey Simmons is not playing. Snead is not playing. And the first time that we played them, we pretty much demolished this team. And I don't think that it'll be any different this week. The spread is currently at minus 14.5, but I'm going to take it down a little bit and take minus 13.5. So that means we just have to beat them by at least 2 touchdowns and we will cover this spread. I do expect us to put up a ton of points. The over under for the point totals for the point total for the Colts is 30.5. I do think we score more than 30 points on this team. I expect the starters to not play in the fourth quarter or not play a good amount of the fourth quarter. I expect Daniel Jones to keep it business as usual. I expect our pass catchers to, still do what they do. Josh Downs is coming back. Ashton Doolin should be back. You got Michael Pittman, Tyler Warren, Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor. I expect us to, keep the train rolling, keep the locomotive rolling, and keep our point differential high and stay the hottest team and the best team in the NFL. So because of that, my last and favorite bet is Indianapolis Colts minus 13.5. I expect us to win most of our division games this year because the rest of our division looks pretty terrible, except for Jacksonville. But we don't have to play Jacksonville till later on in the year. So for right now, we're beating up on the Titans. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, supporting, commenting, whatever it is that you do. Hopefully this weekend is National Tight Ends Day, so that should be very fun. The tight ends always show out on National Tight Ends Day. There's going to be plenty of touchdowns, catches, yards, all that good stuff. I can't wait for it. I'm excited for it. Going to be watching the games all day on Sunday, and hopefully we have a profitable Sunday. Hopefully we have a great weekend, and let's football. Have a great one.